It's lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2002 romantic comedy film that it is, Sweet Home Alabama. So this stars Josh Lucas, Patrick Dempsey, Reese Witherspoon, Ethan Embry, a bunch of other people are in this. This is long. It's like 2 hours long, but it's a full story. We get a full story. There's backstory given to us. There's past needing to be confronted. There's futures needing to be explored. We get a full story. I'm impressed with that. So some of this, not all of this, maybe an eighth of this is something that would not transfer properly into 2023 and on within political correctness. Like Reese Witherspoon is this girl from Alabama. She is a fashion designer in New York City. So she has to go back to Alabama to get Josh Lucas's character of Jake, her first love, her husband of 7 years, to sign divorce papers that he refuses to sign because she is marrying Patrick Dempsey's character, who is the son of the mayor of New York City, right? So it's a thing, right? High socialite, going back to small rural town, family lives in a double wide trailer kind of thing. So it's confronting the past, right? To try to go to a new future. But her parents, for instance, have like Confederate flag throw pillows. Like, that's something that would not be a thing, right? There's no racism in this. There's no homophobia in this. It's very cultural friendly in the sense of, we are from this town. We support everyone in this town because we are from this town. Kind of like a community. So I really like seeing that. It's very rare to see that in an actual film or in real life in general, but it's nice to see it in a film. So Reese's character going back, to confront the past and get Jake to sign the papers, and he just doesn't, and she doesn't know why, and truths are being explored. She's meeting up with her old friends, meeting up with her parents she hasn't seen in 7 years, so it's been a while. Ethan Embry plays a character, Bobby Ray, who is an old friend of theirs as well, and she inadvertently, but like drunkenly, outs him to their friends, at the local bar, to try to get the attention away from her, as opposed to put it on him, because he's like, just like picking on her kind of thing. And so like that's the thing, but it's not anything past that. They make one joke of, you're not my type, but that's it. Like, there's no belittling, there's no dehumanizing, there's no nothing. It's, we are a community, we work together, we are together, we're one. And I really like that. This exemplified that we not me mentality, and I really like that. I really appreciate that. So having then the New York friends, the New York future family come to Alabama for the small town wedding kind of a thing at a plantation, the Carmichael plantation, which is Bobby Ray's family's estate for hundreds of years and stuff. Weddings at plantations is now frowned upon because you're celebrating on land that was, dehumanizing for multitudes of generations of folk, of black people. Countless bodies are buried there. It's just not something to celebrate, even though, yes, the large, gigantic mansion that the plantation is a part of is gorgeous. How many bodies had to die to make that? So like, it's not a thing we celebrate now. 20 years ago, it was a thing to still, showcase. So that's what I'm saying. Like, certain tiny itty bitty whittle tiny things. Notice I said whittle tiny whittle things. It's okay. It's okay in the sense of like, it's tiny, it's little, we're noticing it, but it doesn't break the film. It's just, we don't do that now, and that's fine. It's showing the cultural difference now to then, and we've learned, and that's the point. You question, you learn, and we evolve, we move on. So to have the lightning strike storm in the beginning of the film, meeting the lightning strike storm at the end of the film, her going back to her first one true love, who she gave her heart to, it was cute. It was a resolution. It was learning about yourself. It was accepting yourself. It was accepting others. It was being comfortable with yourself. The future you thought you want is okay if you change your mind in the interim. If it's not something you seem to be feasible, if it's not something that you want to get your heart broken about constantly, potentially moving forward, it's okay to take a pause or a break. And in this case, going back to the hometown, going back to the original boyfriend slash husband, who then was too drunk at the wedding, and then that's why she just took off anyway. But it's they very very sad backstory too of losing a baby and shared dog dying, things of that nature, right? So it was neat bringing that together. But then at the end of the course, with Patrick Dempsey's mom, the mayor of New York, saying snide, hillbilly comment this and hillbilly comment that, and then Reese Witherspoon just knocking her in the face. It was cool. Of course, there was like "damn you Yankees" coming into the South kind of a thing, like long live the Confederates, but just stuff. It's just it's tiny things, historical things, which I'm surprised about, but it's things. It doesn't make or break. It's still it's a perfectly well crafted rom com. It's a perfectly well crafted romantic comedy film from beginning to end. Everybody did a great job. I liked the whole eyebrows kind of thing Ethan Embry gave that other friend, the fashion designer from New York, when he was down as well. It was cute. It was cute. It was warm. It was welcoming. It was sincere. I really liked it. I've never seen the entire film from beginning to end. This is the first time I've ever seen it from beginning to end, all because of Ethan Embry. We did our Ethan Embry marathon. It took a long time, but we did it. But we did a Kyle Gallner marathon before that. We did a Devon Sawa marathon before that. If the three of them could ever make a film together, that'd be awesome. Why I decided to do a marathon based on those three actors, couldn't tell you. But I've always been a fan of their work. I've always been a fan of their talent. And I felt it just came to a point where I was doing certain franchise marathons, TV series marathons, movie marathons. Why not do an actor marathon? I never really did that before. So we did it. We did 3. And we'll revisit some of their other films later on as they become available to us. But we're going to continue on with our Goosebumps. We're going to continue on with... we got season 2 of Outsiders we got to watch, going back to the Kyle Garner bit. And we'll see what happens next. On to the next review. Which mahalo.